I will be talking about the corporate world and what happens when you jump from the academia and your research lab to a startup, to a business, to a big corporation. So let's say a business that makes nothing but money is a very poor business. And this is Henry Ford, okay, who talked about that a business should not be focusing only on profit. So it shouldn't be focusing on profit, but on creating shared value. You might have heard this phrase, shared value, along with sustainability or ESG, or sustainable finance, or social entrepreneurship, social innovation. So what is shared value? Shared value is the practice of creating economic value, profits, that is, in a way that is also creating value for society, for people, and it addresses needs and challenges that we face nowadays. And that means redesigning products and services to create value also for people, to redefine productivity in the value chain, to enable local clusters of innovation and development. So as you will see at on the right, shared value is an overlap among business opportunities, social needs, and corporate assets and expertise. Shared value is not philanthropy. It is not social responsibility. It should be at the core of any business practice. So ESG and CSR. I don't know if are you familiar with those terms? CSR? Yeah. Who is familiar with CSR? Okay. Corporate social responsibility. Who's familiar with the term ESG? 1, 2. Okay, so I will be taking you back in time in the 80s, where we had a lot of policies as regards the environment, health and safety in the workplace, especially in industries. Health and safety are very important even now. They're like ISOs. There should be policies, especially when we're talking about research labs, big industry doing this whole assessment. And at the end of the day, what you have in your dashboard, you have a verification when it comes to impact, a full rating, and then a rating on the environmental, the social, and the governance criteria, and the results according to the SDG. Okay, but normally, this could be SDG, I don't know, 4, sustainable concept, gender equality, SDG 5, gender equality. If you're not really doing very well here, we have the full report, but we also have recommendations for you to improve it. So what about missing data? What do you do about that? Because we don't have much data, especially in companies. So I have not created this. I'm not taking credit for that. But our engineers and speakers have created, using Bayesian inference and AI, some models, so that to make up for the missing data, for the scarce data, for the non-accurate data. And they also use AI to do forecasting. Forecasting is very important. I'm not a specialist. I'm not a technical person, but you can do forecasting based on the data that you have in a year's time, in 5 years' time, to see your financial performance, your ESG performance, where you should be investing in as a company. And this is very useful because this is also useful for investors. They want to see what will happen in 1 year, in 5 years, what your KPIs are, what your targets are. So I'm sure you understand this more than I do, right? Yes, okay, great. So, and normally what we do is we offer as a service a full development plan for companies to develop their ESG strategy and action plan, to train. This could run in parallel, or the training could be first and then the strategy and action plan. It is based, and it depends on how mature the company is in terms of ESG. We do the report. The report is just a byproduct, but it's also important because it is mandatory. And then we have the online tool for assessment and reporting.